This
hierarchy,
conference will now be recorded.
how to create alternate hierarchy in EDMCS. So, like what is an alternate hierarchy? What is the requirement of alternate hierarchy? So just let me give you brief idea like where we need the alternate hierarchy. So alternate hierarchy or alternate viewpoint let you see the enterprise data organized in a different way. So when I'm saying different way, that means a original viewpoint or a original hierarchy or a primary hierarchy that is bound to your dimension that is already present. But in case of like if you want to do any further or analysis or if you want to do any reorganization or any other thing for which you need an alternate hierarchy where the grouping of the nodes you want to do through a separate hierarchy, then at the time you need or you go for this alternate hierarchy. So nodes can be aggregated, rolled up, or summarized using an hierarchy that default from your primary hierarchy. So that we call as an alternate hierarchy. Okay. So in case of the EDMCS, we can create the alternate hierarchy within the same viewpoint, or it can be on a different viewpoint. So when we are going to create it in the same viewpoint, we don't need any other EDMCS objects like your node set, your hierarchy set, or node type. But when we are going for a different viewpoint, then at least we may need a node set. Okay, so what are the different cases of designing this alternate hierarchy, and what are the different types of alternate hierarchy that we can design through EDMCS, that we'll see today. Okay, so before starting that, I'll just give some of the examples where there is the requirement of the alternate hierarchy or the alternate viewpoints. So let's say, for example, like group the nodes under different parent nodes while preserving the existing parent-child relationship. For example, you can create hierarchies that group cost centers by geography, by function, by legal entity. So let's say like I'm just giving you one example. So look at my slide. So here if you see the primary hierarchy that is present, like it is containing different cost centers, and all the cost centers are grouped by your line of business. So here you can see 100 is research and development line of business. Similarly, there are other line of business under which your level 0 cost centers are present. So in the primary hierarchy, these are grouped under line of business. But now if the requirement is like to group them under country, so let's say here you can see Canada, USA, that you are seeing. So you have to create an alternate hierarchy where you can group this cost center under the country. So that is the first requirement. Like if you are changing or if you are grouping the leaf level nodes under different and parent or the under the different top nodes. Okay, so for example, like you can group the cost centers by geography, by functions, by legal entity, anything that can happen. So this is the first scenario where we may need to create the alternate hierarchy. Okay, second case is like see here, like the second example, in my primary hierarchy the countries are grouped like first region is there, whether it is eastern or western. Then the region are grouped under the continent, that is the Europe. Then continent is grouped under your department. So here you can see there are total 1 2 3 4 level of groupings are there, and in that way the relationship is defined in the hierarchy set. So when I'm saying relationship, that means the parent child relationship, like which node type will be the parent, which node type will be the children. That relationship is defined in your hierarchy set. But like suppose in the alternate hierarchy you don't want to show this region, Eastern Europe or Western Europe, you don't want to show. but remaining three node types will be there, like your sales department is there, your continent Europe is there, and directly your countries are coming here. There is no more region is required. So in that type, like your parent child relationship is changing. So in this case also you have to create the alternate hierarchy. So how to create that one, we'll see. Okay, the last one is like you can see there are some musical instruments here, products are there on the primary hierarchy. But if you want to group them, you want to introduce a new things like New York City, and it should have a different set of properties. So that also you can create through the alternate hierarchy. So basically there are three types of creating the alternate hierarchy. So the first one is alternate hierarchy using different top nodes, then alternate hierarchy using different parent-child relationship, and then alternate hierarchy using different node types. So here the new node type is required. In this case, in the parent-child relationship, a new hierarchy set is required. And in case of different top nodes, and if you are going for a different viewpoint, then a different node set is required. Okay, so all these three examples I'll show by creating in the application. So let's start that one. So the first one is alternate viewpoint using different top nodes, and this is the example. So here you can create an alternate viewpoint in which lower level nodes are grouped under different top nodes compared to your primary hierarchy. Okay, so I have prepared a sample file for that also. So let me show that one to you. So this is my cost center by line of business. So here you can see that this is a very simple file. Here the your cost centers are present, and your line of business like research and development. So 100, 200, 300, 500, these are all your line of business: research and development, general admin, sales, marketing, manufacturing, corporate office. And these are your cost centers. And again, like if you see, the cost centers are like some are from Canada, from some are from US, but they are not grouped under the country basis in the primary hierarchy. So let me create this one. I'm going to again some demo application. Click on modify registration, then add a new dimension. Let's say it is cost cost center. And when you are going for your alternate hierarchy for any dimension, please make sure like you have enabled this allow shared node. Okay, hierarchy type, dimension, external dimension name, I'm putting same. Click next. So now node types, so I'm adding the node types here. So I'm putting cost center. Cost center node type qualifier is not required. Click next. So I have three properties in my file, that is name, description, I think description, and parent. So select description, then select parent. Okay, now the properties are grouped. Click next. Next. Top node, let me see. No, I have not given any top node, so it is not required. Click next. 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 Apply. Okay, so now I'm going to the views. I'm creating a maintenance view that is, let's say, called cost center maintenance. Click create. So definitions, add the viewpoint to here. So demo cost center is present here. Name is, let's say I'm giving it as primary CC. click create. Okay, point it to the node set. So now we have added a new dimension called cost center, and we have created a maintenance view, cost center maintenance. Now let's go and import the data. So go to the application, click import, browse, select the dimension, browse your file. So I am now so cost center by line of business, open it and import. Okay, now let's go and see the data. So I'm going to my maintenance view, that is cost center maintenance. So this is my primary hierarchy, where you can see the triple nine is my parent node, and under it, like here you can see the different line of business are there, like research and development, general admin, sales and marketing, manufacturing operation, corporate office. So if you expand it further, so here the cost centers are present for 100 and 200. So these are the name are there. So there is two way of creating the alternate hierarchy. So you can go and create within the same viewpoint also, and you can go and create in a different viewpoint also. So when you are going for the same viewpoint, so what you have to do, you just add a new top node. So let's say I'm adding and click new request, add top node. So I'm just giving it the name as cost CC by country. Okay, submit it. Okay, before submitting, I want to add two more countries or something like this. So here you can see Canada and USA is there. So I am adding two child to it, that is the, and I'm adding another child, that is USA. Okay, now we have to place our level 0 or the leap level cost center nodes to this alternate hierarchy. So if you see this hierarchy, few cost centers are from Canada. So here you can see 120 is from Canada. So what you have to do, go to the Canada here, click on the insert here and click on the first hierarchy, and from that you select whatever the Canada things are there. So click OK. Now again go and insert here. So I'm done from the 200 here. Again Canada is there. Okay, I can click insert here. Okay, Canada is done. I'm inserting for the USA. So again insert here. Okay, so in the similar way you can insert if any other nodes are there. So here what I did is, like, I just created another hierarchy which is based on my country grouping. Okay, so and I just placed my leap level cost center to this. So before submitting, just verify this. Okay, and then submit. So this is one way of creating the alternate hierarchy within the same viewpoint. Okay, so I have not created any your objects, like I have not created the node set, not created the hierarchy set, and not created the node type as well. So everything placed in the same set of like where your primary hierarchy is there. What I did in the same viewpoint, I just added a new top node, and under that top node I have created two new nodes, that is the Canada, USA, the countries based, and then I am adding the sorry, I'm inserting the leaf level node. So here these are all my shared members. Okay, and with the primary hierarchy, your alternate hierarchy is present within the same viewpoint. Now we'll see how to do these things in a different viewpoint. Okay, so when I'm saying different viewpoint, so you know, like a viewpoint points to a node set. Okay, and if we point if you create a new viewpoint and point to the same node set, again all these things will appear. So in that scenario, like if we want to keep only the alternate hierarchy in the different point, then we have to create a new node set. So let's go and create the node set, and that node set will point to the existing hierarchy set and the node type. So let's go, and I'm going to the node set directly. I'm creating a custom node set. Click create. Dimension is some cost center. Name is your cc by country. Click create. Now go to the since it is the hierarchical node set, click edit and point it to the same hierarchy set as that of your primary viewpoint. Okay, save it. Okay, now my node set is ready. If you go to the definition, the same node types that is being used in the hierarchy set, that it will show. Now close this, and let's create a new viewpoint. So go to the cost center maintenance, to inspect, go to definition, click create, select the same dimension cost center. Name is my now cc by country. I'm giving the description, click on create, and here you have to point it to the new node set that we have created, cc by country. Okay, save it. So now your viewpoint is also ready. Now let's insert the node. So how to do that? Open the view. You can open on the side by side layout and click new request. So I'll create exactly same structure as shown in the slide. So first is the countries, then Canada, then USA. So I'm adding a top node first. So that is my countries. Okay, countries is done. Then I'll add to child to again same USA and Canada. So see here, like it is throwing me now error because you know, like the Canada is already present in the same hierarchy. A node with the name Canada already exists in the node type cost center, so it is not allowing me to add that one. Okay, so let's first clear this alternate hierarchy that we have created in that. So let me delete this thing that we have created in the same viewpoint. It is no more required. So I'm using the remove for this option. submit this. Now again I'm removing my alternate hierarchy, that is I'm deleting it entirely. Okay, now I'm fine. So click new request, add the child here, that is my USA, and add a new child, that is my Canada. Okay, now once your countries are available, now you can just drag and drop from your primary hierarchy. So here you can go and do the insert option also. So if you go and insert, so first you have to select your primary CC hierarchy. From primary CC hierarchy you have to select your Canada type of cost center. So here I'm adding through selecting, or you can just simply drag and drop. So let's say drag and drop it to Canada. So here you can see it is like a little bit easier compared to inserting option. So again one more node, that is 122 for the Canada, drag and drop to here. For the USA, let's do the same thing. So first one is 1110 and 210. Okay, now validate this hierarchy, submit it. So here now the alternate hierarchy in a separate viewpoint is now ready. So what is the difference here? If you have noticed, so the first primary viewpoint is present under a different node set, that is the cost center, and the alternate hierarchy viewpoint that is present on a different node set, CC by country. Apart from this, like everything is same, like we are using the same node type, we are using the same hierarchy set, everything is same. Okay, so when your node type and hierarchy set is same, so it is considering this node as the shared node in this alternate viewpoint. Okay, so if you try to add the same node, then it will throw you the error. Like suppose if I'll see here, like your under 111 is already present. Okay, if I'll go and click new request, and under the Canada, if you click add child and if you put like 111, okay, so see here it is giving me a red option, like it is already present. So if you see what is my error, a node with the name 111 already exists in the node type cost center. So that was happening when I was trying to add Canada, where in the primary hierarchy the Canada was already present. So you can't add the nodes which is already present in the primary hierarchy. You can insert the nodes. So you can just drag and drop, or you can select insert, like how you create your shared hierarchy or the alternate hierarchy. So you can insert the nodes, but you can't add the nodes. Okay, okay, now this is the first way that we are using alternate hierarchy using different top nodes and different viewpoints. So in this scenario we have to create a new node set. Okay, now next we'll go for this one, alternate hierarchy using different parent child relationships. Okay, so let's create this one like countries by department. So I'll create exit the same hierarchy and I'll create the alternate hierarchy for same. Go to application, I'm closing this. Okay, now go to your application, again modify registration. So I'm creating a new dimension called your, let's say, country. country by department. Again, like allow shared nodes must should feature for alternate hierarchy. Okay, click next. So first this one is over. Let me close this file. The second file, let me show to you country by department. So here what I'm doing is, like, here you can see there are multiple node types are there. So the first one, sales, that is my top node and it is part of the department demo node type. Then under sales I'm putting the Europe continent and that is part of continent demo node type. And again, like under Europe, here you can see Eastern Europe is present and that is also from region region demo node type. And under region you have the countries. Okay, so let's import these files, but before importing, like, we have to configure this node types, all these node types, and only the properties here are your name and description and the parent. So let's go and configure all these node types there. So the first one is the department demo. So name is there. Let's put name. Click next. Description. I'm quickly creating all these four node types. Click next. So that's it from your department demo. Next is continent demo. So once you select for one node, column header is set, so it will automatically come for the next node type. There is no need to select again. Description, then select your parent. Okay, click next. Continent is done. Next is region. Click cart. Description, select parent. Next one is country. Description, select parent. Okay, now I'm done with your node type configuration. Then go to the this thing. So see, in my file I'm using both node type and parent node type column. So these two things, the default things is optional, like whatever you can see select. There is no issue with that, because based on your file node type and parent node type column, your nodes will be assigned to that particular node type. Okay, so let me select the default node type as, let's say, I'm selecting the lip level node type, that is country, and everything, the parent as the region I'm selecting. And I don't think I'm using the top node thing, so I'm not putting anything. And yes, I have to use these two things and it should be similar to your file. So node type and parent node type. Okay, click next. Click next. Click apply. Okay, now once your country dimension is configured, then you have to go to the hierarchy set, and in the hierarchy sets you have to define your parent child relationship. So go to the country, go to the definition, click edit. So your first node type, the top node type is the department, and the department can have only continent. Okay, so select the child option as selected and select it to only continent. Similarly, your continent can have only region. So select the region here. Similarly, a region can only have country, and the country shouldn't have any further children. So I'm selecting none and click save option. So once you have defined all this parent-child relationship in the hierarchy sets, now you are good to import the data. So close this, go to the application, then import the data for the country, select country. Here country by department is there, select this one, click import. Yeah, so import completed successfully. So I'm creating a maintenance view for country as well. Go to the views, click create. So here I'm saying maintenance. Click on the create button, definition, create. So first one is my primary country hierarchy. Click create. I'm pointing it to the same node set. Okay, close this, and as we have already imported the data, so we can able to see it under the primary hierarchy of the country. So here the cells is there, so cells is present, you can see it is present under the department demo node type. Okay, next if I'll go to the Europe is present under continent demo node type. Similarly, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, so all these relationships are defined, and the nodes are present with their respective your respective node type. Okay, so Western Europe, Eastern Europe, both are present under region node type. So now the thing is the relationship is defined like the cells, the department node type can have only continent, continent can only have region, region can only have your country. So if you want to create another alternate hierarchy where you don't need this region things, you directly want your country should roll up to your continent without affecting this primary hierarchy. So how to do these things? So for this type of scenario, we have to go for a separate hierarchy set. Okay, so when we are creating the separate hierarchy set, so it will point to the all the existing node type, and it will only exclude this region node type from there. Then we'll define the relationship, then we'll create a new node set, and then we'll create a new viewpoint for the alternate viewpoint. So let's do that. So I'm going to first hierarchy sets, because in that in this type of scenario, since the parent child relationship is changing, so I have to create a new hierarchy set. I click on the create, select country. So here I'm giving it as country by continent. Hit create. So now go to the definition tab, click edit, click manage. So in the custom hierarchy set, it will give you option of all the node types that are being configured for that particular dimension. Okay, so out of these four, I don't need the region one. I'll only need these three. Click OK. Now define the relationship, the parent-child relationship. So first one is my department. Department will only hold my continent. That is fine. Then country, then continent. Select continent will only hold my country, and country should not hold any further children. So I define this relationship in the new hierarchy set. Click on save button. Okay, my hierarchy set is ready. Now let's go and create a node set. Click create. I'm giving the same name. Let's say that is country by continent. Click create. Okay, now go to this edit button, point our new hierarchy set that we have created. Click save. So once you point to the hierarchy set, automatically the node types that are being used in the hierarchy sets will come to the node set. Close this. Now go to the views, create a viewpoint in that. So I'm inside the country maintenance, click inspect, go to definition, click create, select your country dimension. So I'm giving it as alternate country by continent. Okay, point it to the new node set, that is country by continent, save it. Now close. Okay, now we have created all the required data chain objects for the new alternate hierarchy. Now go to the view, open in the side by side layout, put the things, then click new request. Okay, so first one is let's go and add so let's see whether it will allow the cells or not, or else we will keep a different name. So I'm putting cells. So see here, cells is already present here. So you can't use the same name, because if you are going to use the cell same name, so it will throw you the error. A node with the same name cells already exists with the node type this. So we have to use a different name for the parent. So let's say this is the cells. I'm just appending it to D. So now it is fine. Now what I'll do is like I'll just pull this continent. Let's first pull the Europe, and I only want to put node only. So select node only, click create. So now Europe is inserted. Now under the Europe, I want all this child node. Or you can do one thing. Let's remove all this. So instead of creating your new cells underscore t, let use the same one only, but I will use our insert top node. Okay, so when I'm selecting insert top node, so I'll select the cells first, and here there is the option only to select the node. So click OK. So cells is available. Now I'll insert the continent nodes. So go one by one. So SCI is done. Then your Europe, I need only node. select this Europe is done, then your North America. Okay, now I don't need this region. I'm directly going to the country. So all these countries are from Europe. So put one by one under Europe. Okay, so I'm done. So now my alternate hierarchy without the region node and with a new parent-child relationships. So when I'm saying new parent-child relationship, that means earlier the countries are rolling up to the region, but now countries are rolling up to your continent directly. So that is ready. Validate this. Viewpoint validated successfully. Click on submit button. Okay, now you can see that my alternate hierarchy is ready based on our requirement. So whatever was shown in the slide, so that is ready. So this is the second way of creating your alternate hierarchy with different parent-child relationships. And for that, we need a separate set of hierarchy set, separate set of node set, but we can use all the existing node types. Okay. Now the third type is creating alternate hierarchy using different node types. So you can see in my first diagram, that is a primary hierarchy only having the product. So different musical instruments are there. So here only products it is containing, but in my alternate hierarchy, I just want to have a new node types of country types. So let's say country, or you can say city type. So New York City is there, San Francisco is there. So I want to introduce these node types to this alternate viewpoint. So in this case, we have to create new node type, we have to create new hierarchy set, because we have to define the new parent-child relationships where the products will roll up to your city. Okay, we have to define that one. So again, like we have to create new node set. So entire your node type, hierarchy set, and node set we have to create newly. So let's do that. So before that, let me create the primary hierarchy in our demo application. So close this. I can go to your application, demo, modify registration. So click art, and this one is my product hierarchy. Allow share nodes should be checked. Click next. So let me show you the file for this as well. This is my product file. In the product file, I have some set of your products. All are from same node type. Okay, so here you can see that node type column is not there, so I have to put all these uh, nodes under the same node type only. Okay, so it has three properties, that is name, description, and parent. So let's configure this one. I'm giving it as the product demo application. Click next. Name, click next. Select description, then select parent. Okay, click next. So let me show whether I'm not using the top nodes. So click next and apply. Now create a maintenance view for this product. Okay, go to definition. First create your primary hierarchy. So primary hierarchy will point to same node set that is bound to your dimension. So primary product, click create it to the same node set and click save. Close it. Okay, so we are done. Now let's import the data. Go to the application, demo application, click import, select your dimension, select your file, click import. Okay, now let's go to the view, and in the view open this product maintenance. So my primary hierarchy is ready, and here you can see under this 2000, that is the classical instrument, these things are present to 1122 1123 1124 11. Okay, so this is my primary hierarchy, which is only having your the product information. There is no city type, nothing is there. Now I want to add the city and I want to group them under the city basis. So here you can see New York City is there, San Francisco is there, right? So we have to and let's say for all these nodes there is some different set of properties are there, and those properties are not applicable to this product. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to first create a node type for this city. So let's go and create the node type, and to create the node type, directly go to the node types, click on the create button, select your dimension, that is the demo product. So this is city of demo, description is optional, click create. Okay, now once your node type is ready, so you can put your properties here. So whatever the properties you want to put, you can put here. So let's say I'm putting description, then I'm putting your parent, and let's say I'm putting another thing, that is let's say what I want to put is, let's say I'm putting some, for example, let's say right now I'm putting let's say for this city there is a city ID is there. Okay, so I want to store the city ID, which is not applicable for the product ID. So I'm selecting this department number as my city ID and click on the save button. Okay, now just close this and create a new hierarchy set. So in the new hierarchy sets, we have to add this both the node types. So click on create, select the product dimension, and here you have to keep product by city, and click create. Okay, go to definition tab, click edit, click manage. So here we have to use both these node types, and city will be my parent node. Okay, so here you have to uh, select it, and it can have only products, but product can have either product only. Okay, so here you can see we have a grouping like 100 200 and 100 200, again your products are there. So here 1000 2000, these are also from your product node type. So we have to select the product node types can only accept your child nodes of product demo, but the city should not accept any nodes other than your product demo. So this is the settings that I did. Click on save button. Close this. Now go to the node set, create node set, click on create button, select your product. So here product by city, click create and point it to the new hierarchy set. Click save. Automatically the node types that are being used in the hierarchy set will come to the node set. Close this. Now go to your views, create a new viewpoint. So to create a viewpoint, go to the inspect option of the view, go to the definition, click create, select product and give the name as alternate hierarchy, that is product by city. Click create. Okay, now point it to the new node set, that is product by city. Click save. Close this. Now let's go and create the alternate hierarchy. Open in the side by side view. Okay, so click new request. So in my slide, the first node is the New York City and San Francisco. Okay, so let's create this one. So our top node and top node will be from the city. Click OK. So here I can do the art top node because your city node type is not present in the primary hierarchy. It is only new to this alternate hierarchy. So I can use the art option. Okay, but in the second case, what was happening? Like when I was trying to add the same node, it was throwing me the error because it was already present in the primary hierarchy, right? So that's why I have to use that insert option. So give the name, that is New York City. And let's say the city number for this is 101. Okay, I'm done. Now next add another top node, that is my San Francisco. Okay, I'm just give a name, description, let's say 20. Okay, now my city nodes are ready, and let's group this intro instrument based on the slide. So here you can see that this 2000, all this 1000, 2000, 3000, and 4000 are part of the New York City. Okay, so in my example, what I'll do, I'll put only 1000 and 2000 under New York City, 3000 and 4000 under San Francisco. So just drag and drop these things to here. Since it is one node and there is no further children to it, so it didn't ask me like whether you want to add only node or only children. But when I'll do for this 2000, it will giving me the option. But in this case, I want to move entire hierarchy, so you can select node and children. So see here, the entire children of the 2000s are getting added here, and I'll add this 3000 and 4000 to San Francisco. Okay, so now my alternate hierarchy is ready where the products are grouped under the city. So I'll do a validation before submitting. Validation is successful, so click submit. Okay, so my alternate hierarchy is now ready based on the city. So here the products are grouped, and here you can see the products are present under different city. So this is the third way of creating the alternate hierarchy. So I just explained like how the alternate hierarchies can be configured in EDMCS. So if you are trying to configure it under same viewpoint, then there is no data chain objects is required to configure. You can just go add a top node and put your lip level members under that top node. So that is the first approach. And if you are going for a separate viewpoint, you want to do any what if analysis, you want to see the hierarchy structure, and if you want to create in a separate viewpoint, so at least you have to create a node set. Okay, so in the first case, like when you are going for a new node set, you can group under different parents. You can group that one. That is the first approach that we did. So here we are using a different top nodes like countries we have created, and we configure the nodes. The second approach is like when we are changing the parent-child relationships. So we have not created any new node types here, but we have created a hierarchy set where we only consider three node types, and we define a new relationship, and based on that we have arranged our lip level nodes. And the third approach is like where we have created a new node type having some specific properties for that particular uh, new node types. So in our case, like we have added the city ID, so that is being for only city, not for the products, and we have included that one to our alternate hierarchy. So in the alternate hierarchy, we are having two node types. One is from the city, another one is from product, and we have configured that one. So these are the different approaches of creating the alternate hierarchy in your EDMCS. Now, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me.
Yeah, Loknath.
Yep.
Yeah, if you change anything in the alternate hierarchy, it will reflect in base hierarchy.
So it depends like what setup you are using. So let's say in the first approach, like when I'm changing, so let me show that one. So I'm going to the first one, that is the cost center. So in the cost center, you know, like I say wherever I'm inserting the nodes, okay, wherever I'm inserting the nodes, for that node, if you are changing anything, any properties to that, that will reflect in your primary node. But if you are using the odd option, like in your third case, you have inserted the city, but that city is not present in the primary hierarchy, right? So if you do any changes to that alternate hierarchy nodes, then it will not reflect in your primary hierarchy. So for example, I'm going to this cost center maintenance. So here I'm opening side by side layout. So here countries is there, and here 9999 is there. Okay, so for this let me open this 120 node. I'm creating new request. I'm just putting a test word, and I'm submitting this. So see here, like when I'm changing here, it is automatically coming to this because this node is shared. So it is the same node between primary and the your this alternate hierarchy cost center by countries. But if I'll do any changes, Canada is not here at all, so that is understandable. Like if you change anything, that will not reflect. That is not going to reflect here. You're getting.
Yeah, create any child under Canada. Go. Just
Okay.
create.
So if I'll create, so that depends. Like art child, you are saying, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what will happen here, since Canada is not a member in your primary, so if you add any new node to it, that will not reflect here. So let's say I'm adding a child here and that node is, let's say, 788. So see here, it will not come because that parent is not present. Okay, but in our third case where we are grouping let me open that one. In the product maintenance, like we have grouped this 2000 under your city type. Now 2000 is present here. Now if I'll add any node to here, let's say I'm adding the child, and let's say my child is 999. So when I'll submit this, so let's go and see whether it is added or not. So yes, it is added. So here, like since we have shared this 2000, I think we have shared, right?
Yeah, we need a new request.
No, wait, we have already added to the alternate hierarchy, right? So it should come here. Let's see. So I think since we are using a different hierarchy set here, so it is not taking. But if you are inside, let me show you inside the same cost center one. Go to the views. See, when the concept is like when you are sharing the parent, and with the shared parent, if you are adding anything, that will reflect on your primary hierarchy. That's what I want to show you. So if I'm going to the cost center, and let's say here I have created a new hierarchy. Let's say I'm adding a top node that is 888 description. Let's say test. Okay, now it is going to the top position. Let's change it to 9999. Okay, now it is 10. So I'm adding, basically I'm inserting a parent 100. Okay, so when I'm inserting, automatically all these things are coming here. Okay, so now let's see if I'm adding a child to here, the alternate hierarchy. Let's say 998. So see here, Dipo, you are getting the difference. Like when the parent is shared, okay, and if I'm adding a child to it, 9998, that is automatically going to your primary hierarchy. When we are using the same set of node types, hierarchy set and node set, okay. But when we are changing, like if your hierarchy set is changing, and in case in that scenario your parent is also shared, and we are trying to add a node to that, then it is not reflecting in your primary hierarchy. Hello.
Yes, Lokant. Yeah, I got it. I got it now. Okay,
Mhm.
if a parent is same, if we add anything, we'll get it right.
Yep.
So we should be careful while configuring whether we are using
Yes.
same network or anti-setup.
So first you have to finalize, like for which alternate hierarchy, what is your requirement, and
Okay.
which approach you will go. Based